You know, yesterday I had some bad news about potentially the price of the GameCube, aka the Steam machine, being a little bit higher than what we expected. But we got some good PC news today. PC games have already had a reputation of being inexpensive compared to their console counterparts, but recent numbers show that the discrepancy is bigger than most people might expect. Sure, the upfront costs that come with building a PC are high, and many AAA cost the same on PCs and consoles, but if you look at the most successful games on Steam, you'll notice a curious pattern. As pointed out by the excellent Game Discovery Co. newsletter, which collaborated data going back to February 2023, the asking price for popular games on PC are increasingly going down. Which is interesting because it feels like on console, the price of games are going up. Are we on Battlefield tonight? Yeah. In comparison to console, it feels like the prices are going up. I mean, look at the Game Pass. They want you to pay $30 a month to rent the game. Which, you know, this is true, by the way, too. You know, normally they have their quarterly sale, the autumn sale, the Steam autumn sale, the Steam summer, spring, winter sale. The first ever Black Friday sale is happening on Steam now too, so they're adding even more. The publication took the first month sales for games released over the last 2 years and plotted their median price points, a more useful metric than what the average prices might tell us, and what they found was this: the median price for games fell somewhere between $10 and under $20. That's in contrast to the typical price point for big budget games, which tend to retail about $70. That's a crazy. It is what I've been trying to tell people. That's the main pro of PC gaming: the free online and the cheap ass games. You will save so much money. And then on top of that, for those who are unaware, Steam, even Game Share is better on PC as well. Steam Family Share allows you to share your game library with up to 5 people. So if you got 5 friends and you guys are all sharing, you say, hey, it's 5 games coming out this month. None of us have all the money to get it or all the time to play them. You get this game, you get this game, you get this game, you get this game, and you get this game. I'll play it then, you play it then. Like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You know, it's funny. People always used to say all PC gamers are pirates. So wouldn't that make us not broke? Nah, that's not true. Games are so cheap, it encourages you to support them, bro. Yeah, so if you do a Steam Family Share, you're going to be eating good, bro. That's why I don't want to hear nothing about them $70 games, because you don't have the money to buy them all in the first place, nor do you have the time. Then on top of that, you got Game Share. So you think it's still worth it even at the current prices for the parts required? Nah, see, that's the problem. Nah. But that's not PC gaming's fault. The price of the gaming PCs going up, specifically the RAM. That's because of AI. AI is ruining everything. They've overpromised and underdelivered, and these big ass data centers are buying up all the RAM. What's happening? I read an article about it this morning. What's happening is these big ass data centers that are running AI like ChatGPT, they're going directly to the manufacturer like Corsair, and they're buying in bulk. So then there's only a little bit of RAM left. They send it to Best Buy, PC part maker, whatever tech store that you like to frequent, and it's driving the price through the fucking roof. So the problem is AI. It's polluting the environment. They're killing black folks in fucking Memphis. Yeah, like Micro Center. It's polluting the environment. It's really not doing nothing. Y'all. So your friend. If what I'm about to say, if it don't apply, let it fly. Your friend that's out there dating Grok AI. They are the reason why the price of RAM is going up. Yeah, noise pollution, loud ass buzzing noises and shit. They're fucking up the air. And for what? Like, it's the only thing useful to me for AI has been Perplexity's research. And I'm gonna be honest, if I had the option to get rid of it because of all the negatives, I would get rid of it. Like, it's not that important to me. I can use Google. It's not that fucking important to me. But like, they've overpromised. Like, y'all remember that little pen thing that came out like last year, the AI pen? Niggas wanted us to pay like $500 to put a pen on our chest and ask a question. Nigga, I'm not doing that, bruh. But I can just Google some shit on my phone. Pen. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should have? Yeah, the humane pen. That shit was stupid, bruh. Fucking, and the worst part is Sam Altman, the CEO of ChatGPT, they just did another round of investments, begging investors. And he basically told the investors, we haven't figured out how to fully monetize and make money off of this shit. So he's begging for more money, over promising and then under delivering what the tech can do. Outside of research, it's really not that useful. So that's why RAM is going up. That's not because everybody's buying gaming PCs and stuff. That's due to AI, unfortunately. because y'all want to fuck Grok AI and shit. My Grok waifu is so much money being dumped into AI just for it to not be useful. Like I said, outside of like a basic research, it's really not that useful, man. Even the image generation, that shit is, a lot of it is ass. It can't do hands, it can't do eyes, all that shit. Like it's not worth it in my opinion. So it's like, even if I find it useful for like research, like I said, I'd give it up in a heartbeat if it meant that we could bring the price of everything down and make sure people get jobs and shit. There's a huge deregulation in AI this year, and you know whose fault it is, right? It's your president's fault. The got from the Grok. Yeah, they getting the got from the Grok. Surprisingly, results are somewhat similar if you look at the games that made the most revenue on Steam during that same time period. Median game prices for games that raked in the most money fall around $20 to $23. Yeah, so like the people who tell me stop talking about politics on my stream, if you live in Memphis and you're wondering why you can't breathe and why some of your family is getting fucking poison in their lungs and you got to go to the doctor, and you told me stop talking about politics, politics is the reason why your auntie can't breathe. Because that big ass data center that Elon got in Memphis, they're polluting the fucking air. Oh yeah, and using all the water, by the way. It's not that deep, TBH. It is. Shut the fuck up. Because that's another thing too. They're using up water. Game Discover's conclusion is that most games without an established pedigree, it might be difficult to stand out and be competitive if the title is priced over $25. So the more competition it is, it brings the prices down. This is what's good about PC. This is why I said, this is why I'm hoping that they don't charge $1,000 for this Steam machine. Cause I'm telling you, man, if that Steam machine is like $500-$600, it's going to usher in a new era of PC gamers. They're going to see that free online, them cheap games, and PlayStation and Xbox, especially Xbox. They're going to be fucking sweating bullets, and it's going to force them to produce better deals for you, the consumer. So everybody should be rooting. Everybody. 700 max. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's the highest I would go. I'm not paying $800 for that shit. This is it's potentially could be good. Yo, shout out to Code Chillin' with the sub. Even with an established reputation, higher price points on PC are a gamble. Indie darlings like Silk Song still released for only $20, even with extended development period. Really, many of the standout PC hits of the last few years have followed a similar trend. Mega Hit Peak is only $8 and is constantly on sale. The extraction shooter Arc Raiders is $40 and Dispatch is only $30. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, some of the best games this year were either on Game Pass or like really cheap. And that's the way it should be, because these games are mainly, we're getting to a point where a lot of these games are not even releasing physical copies. If it's digital only, you can't make the excuse, oh, we had to print the art, the box, the disc, and then the shipping. You can't make that argument no more, man. These games are digital games. Release that shit for $50 and shut the fuck up. It makes sense when you think about it. Some of the most popular games in the world are free. They are constant re-releases of old games that do well, but they tend to charge a lower price tag to entice new and old players alike. And we get the gist of the point of this article. Yeah, Expedition 33 was only $50. I share this article to remind everybody that competition is good. I saw a TikTok the other day about this dude is just talking about PC gamers are lame and all this other shit. And I'm like, yo, PC gaming is doing some of the most ethical shit in the gaming space. And if you guys weren't ball and gun gamers, you would know that. And that's why we're going to do the Ball and Gun Gamer Awards. AAA Rejects making the game of the year. That AAA Rejects, they really are making their own studios. I think it's moving to two extremes: cheap games getting cheaper and premium games getting more expensive. Nah, they're gonna go where what's selling. So if a certain type of genre or game is selling at a certain price point, you're forced to compete to that. That's why it's important to support what you like. Also, I think the devs for Silk Song said the game was done a long time ago, but they kept adding stuff, but they loved it so much it was $20. If it's fire, you can sell that shit in bulk. It was $35 on CD keys. They don't make money off of the CD keys. Y'all know them keys are stolen, right? G2A, CD keys, those Gray Key sites, it's called Gray Key for a reason. They stealing them keys. One of our viewers got caught stealing keys trying to use my name. And half the time them keys don't be working. That's why I don't fuck with none of that shit. I feel like I should have gotten to PC gaming before the AI companies drove up the price. Hopefully that stuff figures itself out, because we could be in for a bad time. I got scammed off that shit. Yeah, all you gotta do is get scammed once and that put a bad taste in your mouth. Other news, After Make FPS Great Again controversy, Splitgate 2 is relaunching with a humbler tone. The goal is to grow over time and not to aim for a massive splash on day one. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Splitgate 2 is back. Troubled team base shooter Splitgate 2 is coming back earlier than expected. Rather than relaunching in 2026 as originally planned, developer 2047 Games says the beta servers will be taken offline for December 4th. I didn't even know there was another beta going on. Shout out to the black guy with the sub. And a full-on re-release with a follow later in the month. Thank you to everyone who's participated in the Splitgate 2 beta, the studio announced on Steam. On December 4th, the beta season and active battle passes will be ending alongside your seasonal rank progress. We also be taking the beta servers offline on the 4th to prepare for the relaunch in December. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna be an asshole. Nigga, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Battlefield 6 is out. Matter of fact, I didn't even know this shit had a beta. What's this shit, Splitgate 2? Go ahead and pack this shit up. You niggas want to die twice. This is crazy. These niggas want to die. Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo. If there's ever a lesson, guys, for people that say politics don't matter, listen, whatever your politics, whatever the fuck you believe in, the moment you step into the arena of business, you have to understand you always want to cast a wide net so you can generate as many sales as possible. And when you haven't established any type of core fan base, the dumbest thing you can do is try to make some type of dumbass political statement on stage and piss off half of the internet. The half that probably was playing your game. Because that other half of the internet that loves to talk about go woke, go broke, them niggas don't buy nothing. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Assassin's Creed Shadows, 10 million players. Now, if you want to debate the quality of that game, that's a different conversation, but them niggas said that shit wasn't gonna sell. Apparently it did. But we don't know what games they playing over there, bruh. So you pissed off the half of the internet that was interested in your fucking game, and now look at you. Can't even crack they cracked 203 players peak 24 hours ago. This is crazy. And their peak 5 months ago when the beta launch was 25,000, which is crazy because this game honestly wasn't bad. It had potential to be 100% fair, but they fucked themselves over, bruh. Now it's at 195. Man, listen. The moral of the story is don't shit where you lay. Be a decent person and make sure your product is so good it's undeniable, because I'm gonna be honest, your product was not that fucking good, dude. Clip that for real. That was a go-to reaction. They talking about we're gonna take, let me ask, I'm an asshole, I don't care. These niggas released this statement and talk about something. Oh, on December 4th, we're gonna be taking the servers offline. Who are you talking to? Who's the audience for this? Could be, he ain't talking to me. Like, I don't know who the fuck you talking to with this shit. Pissed off the community, and they also dissed every multiplayer shooter. Yeah, you pissed on your competition for no reason. Then you had shitty microtransactions all in your game. I think 5 years from now there will be case studies on the CEO of the dev team behind Splitgate 2. And I'm gonna be honest, if the only people I feel for is the dev team, because the dev team is innocent. It was the jackass that is the CEO of the studio that fucked over everybody, bro. And then the worst part is when this studio eventually dissolves, because I mean, this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. When this studio eventually dissolves and all them people get laid off, it might be hard to get another job, because people are going to look at your resume and they're going to say, oh, you're affiliated with that guy? Oh, hell no. So I feel a certain level of the CEO got CTE. I feel a level of empathy for the devs. It's really the CEO's fault. But that's why it's important to be around, good people. Rev up them fryers, man. These niggas released a statement saying, hey, just so you guys know, we're going to be shut. I'm going to be honest. When they shut down them servers on December 4th, the 195 people playing probably won't even notice. I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and just say it. Rarely will you hear me say this, but go ahead and pack this game up, man. They're going to shut down the servers. Like, you remember the momentum that Multiverses had? And then they packed up the servers and came back and lost all momentum. This game didn't even have Multiverses type of motion. And you think you're going to turn the servers off and it's going to just grow over time? Okay. It's way too many good games out here to be playing to be worrying about this dumbass shit, bro. Unfortunately, Splitgate is going to be on their resume. I mean, he ain't wrong. Devs can work on a passion project. When the CEO shoots their project in the dirt, then they're all victims. They're all victims, man. This shit is just like the first game. Nah, the first game got killed by Halo going free to play, which is unfortunate. This one was a self-inflicted wound, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Somebody asked me about Assassin's Creed. Here's the update for the TV show. Assassin's Creed live action TV show has its first actor. Netflix's Assassin's Creed TV show is progressing ahead, with actor Toby Wallace joining the series as its first confirmed actor. Wallace, known for his roles on HBO's Euphoria and the movie Bike Riders, will be a series regular on the show in an unspecified co-lead role. Deadline reported the official Netflix account confirmed on Wallace's involvement. Toby Wallace is entering the world of Assassin's Creed. He's the first series regular cast for the live action series adaptation of Ubisoft's best-selling video game franchise. He's not the first series regular cast. Michael Fassbender is. We didn't forget about that shitty ass movie y'all put out in the early 2000s. Assassin's Creed starring Magneto, nigga. We didn't forget Assassin's Creed starring Omega Mutant. You had a tank in that bitch, bro. We ain't forget. That shit sucked. I know they talk about this. I'm being facetious. I don't know who this dude is. Let's look this dude up. Anybody familiar with Toby Wallace? Anybody familiar? I didn't mean to highlight that shit. But yeah, that movie was, we don't want to talk about that shit. I don't recognize his face. And then what was it? The Prince of Persia starring Jake Gyllenhaal. Nope. Does anybody remember him from the show? What's the shit? I forgot the name of this shit. Let's see. 4.8, a 6, a 6, a 6, a 5, a 6. Ooh, he's got some 7s in there. No. Euphoria, yeah. Does anybody remember him from Euphoria? I don't remember him. Granted, I turned Euphoria off like halfway through the first season. I didn't really like that show. That shit was weird to me. I'm not familiar with him. So a 6-pack of mid. Man, that's Lucius Lyon. Gotta be a side character. He's gotta be a side character. They announcing cast members for Assassin's Creed, but we still got nothing for Gears of War's Amazon show, or God of War, I mean. I don't have a take on this because I'm not familiar with his resume. Euphoria is hella weird. Yeah, Euphoria was weird to me. I didn't like it. For the simple fact that, like, I understand all the actors were adults, but the show took place in high school, and like it was like a lot of nudity and just like weird shit in there, and like my brain couldn't do a cognitive dissonance because in my head I'm also thinking of like they're like minors. I was like, I don't want to watch this shit. This shit is fucking weird. So like when niggas goon out over Sydney Sweeney, I'm just like, it's like a high school show. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I just can't relate to this shit. I'm good off that. Yeah, I never got the hype of the show. Niggas just doing drugs and shit like that. Let's go in the sub box. Let me change my account. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, and they low-key tried to glorify cheating cultures. Drake was the executive producer. You know it. Oh, we got the Cricket 26 review. Let's go. Shout out to Watts. Shout out to DDK with the sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Stellar. What is that? Another World Covenant official version 1.0 announcement trailer. What is this? Yeah, I see JG right there on the shelf. I see him twice spamming. Shout out to Opus Clip. Marvel Rivals Grand Garden map reveal. Ooh, a new map. Soulframe Founder Showcase. Have you seen the game Where the Winds Meet? Yeah, I got a sponsorship for that. I might take it. I don't know. I think Siggy said he was going to play it too. I'm not really that interested in it. They were just trying to pay me. So, you know, looks okay. Am I buying the dip? Nah, not right now. I don't got extra money to spend like that. I did like last month. I bought the dip, but I'm more so trying to figure out, when does the dip end? I'm tired of everything dropping 10, 20, 30% on a daily. Like, when does the dip end? That's what I want to know. I've already watched this trailer. Destiny 2 Renegades official launch trailer. But like these, I want y'all to know these dips are not normal, bro. Yeah, this is a long dip. These are not normal dips, guys. 3 more years. Yeah, it's fat loser, bro. Just fucking everything up. We watched the Skate one. See the Tides of Annihilation gameplay. Yeah, I did the reaction. I watched the Xbox event. It looks okay. They need to clean up the frame rate though. I don't think there's a lot of trailers. GOAT official trailer starring Stephen Curry. Oh shit. Care about Fatal Fury. My portfolio is looking decent actually. What you got in your shit? The Elden Ring Night Rain Forsaken Hollows official scholar character. Oh, they got a new character. Low-key look like Steph. Type shit. How do you feel about people using the AI feature and where the wind meets? I don't know what the AI feature is. What is it? The only AI feature I know in games is Arc Raiders. You can use it to change your voice. Which I'm not gonna lie, I think that's kind of cool. Like for people who don't want their voice out there but want to interact online. Okay, let me call Elden Ring. I'm about to play this off stream. You can have text checks conversations with the NPCs. Oh, so like the NPCs and where the winds meets are AI, and it's just like, it's kind of corny. I don't like that. Who's played it? Do y'all like it? Is it used well? That sounds kind of tacky, kind of soulless. And you know, my biggest issue with like MMOs too is like the story be boring. So you're telling me like they didn't put no thought into the story? It's just AI talking to them and shit. Kind of weird. I finally transferred my playlist to YouTube Music. Cut off that Spotify. Hey, YouTube Music's shuffle is really good. So what does this do? What does this dude do? Oh, he's a spellcaster. Ah, he's support. He buffs people. This class is only gonna work if you got real hitters on your team. It was a pretty quick transfer. It took like 2 minutes. Got a new support class. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to get back on this game. I do want to get back on this game. There's so many goddamn games out there. 2 additional characters, 2 additional bosses, and an additional shifting earth and more. Isn't this free too? This is an example going back to the conversation earlier, what I mean when I say that like Ubisoft is tone deaf. Ubisoft's back against the wall. People hate them and they're putting paid content in a single player game versus Elden Ring Night Rain. They're putting out all this content regularly for free. Like, and this is a company that's in the good graces of the community and they're doing that. Like, it's a fucking skin, bro. Stop charging people for everything. Netherworld Covenant official 1.0 trailer. Yeah, $40 game. I got into it earlier this year. I wish I would have played it soon. Better late than never. Better late than never. It's a dungeon crawler. We can transfer playlists from Spotify to YouTube. Yeah, I did that. Crazy because YouTube Shuffle is ass. When you say YouTube Shuffle, are you talking about like watching videos or are you talking about the music? Because I don't know. I feel like I've been enjoying it. I found so many new artists that I like versus Spotify. I feel like I was trapped in the algorithm and I didn't like that shit. I just feel like algorithms have been so detrimental to how we consume content. And like I actually feel for artists because it's like it's hard to be found. Regular YouTube Shuffle sucks. What are you talking about, videos or music? Because you're talking about videos, I don't do shuffle for YouTube. I make my own playlist on YouTube. beam it to the TV, like shuffling in the playlist. Yeah, YouTube Music is something different. This is not my cup of tea. Grand Gardens, new Marvel Rivals. Yeah, who shuffles videos for YouTube? I didn't know people did that. Time to have back on Rivals. Yeah, I'm about to play. Hey, chat, I'm coming back. I'm about to play Marvel Rivals off stream, bro. I'm gonna play this joint off stream. I might upload a clip. Do you think a team deathmatch game mode would get you back on this? No. No. I literally stopped playing this game because I cannot stand the community in this game. It's not the game, it's the community. And it's not even, yeah, it's not Marvel Rivals. It's just the kind of the toxic nature of hero shooters. It attracts a very unique type of individuals that like it's funny to deal with on some days, like when you're in a good mood, but you just want to enjoy a good multiplayer game. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Bunch of grown men and grown women that you got to babysit all the fucking time. Like, hey, we need a healer. Fuck you, I'm throwing. All right, pussy, I'm getting off the game. Like, I don't want to deal with that shit all the time. Does JG still enjoy Marvel Rivals? Yeah, he be doing like the early previews. He be playing the game still. Yeah, a lot of main character syndrome, and it's like, just not in the mood all the time for that shit. Soul Frame.
My rivers rise.
Oh, this is the MMO, I think, from the Warframe, or is it a single player game? This is the new game from the people who made Warframe.
Fold.
Yeah, I'll probably play that bit on stream though.
From Dolmen's cold. My blue blood.
What's the temperature on this game? Are people fucking with it?
For Tethrin, braveling brute. My femur. Marrow binds the ivor blade.
I'm not gonna lie, the art style looks just like Warframe to me. You said off stream? Okay.
A finger.
I'm in the beta, it's okay.
Snuffed from sacred tree.
It looks like Warframe with magicians.
Sneaky, sneaky. Stole a golden lash before I could gift it. Taught cross the starling bow.
Yeah, medieval Warframe. That's because it is. If this really is just medieval Warframe, I'm not playing this game, Chad. I'm letting you know right now.
My gifts.
Because that's another game you're gonna have to put 100,000 hours into and grind just for one skin.
First. So where the high.
I feel like this looks like a game that Warframe fans are gonna really be into, though.
For thee, envoy. My arm. My skin. Find me. Fawn. Betray me again.
Okay. Got the Holy Trinity line up. Get the Founders Editions of Soul Frame, chat. Who